There are many opportunities around artificial intelligence, AI, in business and with related risks. For some, the take-up of AI is just history repeating with the same issues impacting. For others, this time is different. The opportunities are different and the business dynamics are different. Indeed, just like the other times. The changes around AI may be of greater scale and the impact on business operations may also be greater and with a different socio-economic group. Aspect of scale is the continuation of automated processes when things go wrong, with businesses faced with re-establishing operations and remediation of automated processes. The derived and blended products coming from AI and impacting the use of AI may have significant business and economic impacts, including businesses not understanding what is in the derived products, with impacts on use and resale. Sounds like the blended loans of the global financial crisis? So where is the reality? Well, let's get into it. In this ad hoc series, we selectively reflect on business aspects of trends in technology. The intent is to look at emerging opportunities stemming from technology changes, but from a business perspective. Beyond any initial laughter and skepticism inherent with any level of crystal ball gazing, a question resonating may be along the lines of, why is this series different to all of the other commentary and analysis seen? Simple. It is not about commentary and analysis. The series is about taking proven business practicalities and pragmatics with what is occurring on the ground and taking a moment to reflect on what we are experiencing. For the skeptical, we talk about trends and impacts we experience in business. Though we may not know how the trends will pan out, these trends are occurring now with inherent opportunities. We are not about hype, and we have no backing or vested interest to support us. Above all, we are trying to help others through the sharing of skills and expertise to assist with business preparation for transformation around technology. In this session, we look at some aspects of the risk around the business opportunities relating to artificial intelligence. And is it really different to the other technology opportunities? Artificial intelligence, AI, has been undergoing development and growth for an extended period. From the automated analysis of contracts to extended e-discovery to predictive text-based on document searches to automated assessments of complaints to automated mortgage application management, a series of business areas are integrating AI into knowledge worker business operations and services. Please see some of the links in the summary below, where AI in agriculture through to financial crime management has been discussed. The automation of knowledge worker services like tax as a service or legal as a service has also been detailed. While the knowledge worker transformation impacts may be more extensive, especially over time, it is the business integration which brings the opportunities and realized benefits. The questions many are asking include whether the AI opportunities are different to other technology transformation or the other business opportunities experienced, from tulips through kiwi fruit to the dot-com bubble and the mobile phones to the current ones of blockchains and cryptocurrencies. As ever, it is not just the technology impacting the advancement of AI use in business. The old faithful topics of strategy, governance, risk management, people, processes, operational changes, information management, tools, regulatory and compliance, as well as changes to products and services and customers and stakeholders, also impact the use and take-up of AI. The cryptocurrency hype recently came across the business basics. While the profit distributed ledgers and transaction security was seen as an alternative to central clearing houses with regulatory controls, it was the weak corporate governance and risk, amongst others, which impacted the uptake of cryptocurrency. Electricity costs impacted cryptocurrency and its mining. Customer hype drove markets, while vested interest and incumbency also impact. But with all of this occurring, with little change in the technology, like any other boom, people took advantage of changes, some ethically, some naively, and others for criminal purposes. The same is expected for AI. Beyond the old faithful impacts, previous technology changes show a familiar pattern in the realization of opportunities. The historical pattern is seen consistently and persistently across previous changes, and with the same business pragmatics and practicalities in play, the historical patterns seem set to repeat with AI. While the details may differ, it is the overall trends which are of note and are likely to be seen again with the adoption and adaptation and business integration of AI. Again, despite the hype, we are seeing the same issues and opportunities occurring, especially the business pragmatics and practicalities playing out related to AI. Indeed, let's look at some influences on the uptake of AI. Technology, the risk management, the service and operations, the audit requirements, the security, the testing, the governance, the budgets, and the resources are impacted. Data, the issues of data quality, consistency of data, merging of the data, agreements for the provision of data, the data feeds, the role-based permissions, and even that the data exists are all impacting the use and application of AI. Processes. The change in business processes to include AI are required. The use of AI in student essay writing may bring changes to the assessment criteria, i.e., getting past the box grid ticking approach to assessments rather than the AI itself. The fines incurred by banks through the inappropriate application of AI for loan approvals is another example of the process change to be managed around AI. Operational. With process change comes the supporting operational changes, from performance criteria to intervening when things go wrong to customer expectation management. It is not just the AI, but the operational implementation which impacts the take-up of AI. People. One of the key activities is the skilling, ability to do, and the training how to do of us, and taking us on the journey of change, whether it is performance management through to process change to new hires. Governance, managing the overall governance around AI to assure outcomes and alignment to strategy through to roles and responsibilities. Successful governance will see the adoption and adaptation around AI. Risk. A business has to sustain operations while changing around AI. From market and customer risk through systems replacement risk to strategic risk to operational risk, a business has to manage its risk around AI. Regulatory. While regulatory may lag the technology, a business has to meet its existing regulatory regime, even if AI is used. And new regulatory regimes around AI will evolve, for which a business will need to comply. For those who have seen technology change before, all of this is a familiar story, impacting the use and adoption and adaptation to AI. It is not so much about learning the lessons from history. Rather, it seems to be the thinking that this situation is different and all the lessons are not applicable in this instance. Again, the lessons from the past are likely to apply to the uptake of AI. If we needed reminding, so let us look no further than the global financial crisis, the GFC, where derived and blended products were on-sold with weak accountability and transparency. In the GFC, these were financial products, but the same is likely to occur with AI, and the data sets supplied or compiled without people really understanding what is in the data. Party assessors for quality assurance aligned with vested interest. In the GFC, this was the rating agencies who rated products to favor their clients, or otherwise they missed out. The rating of data in derived products and its sustainability for use in emerging areas of revenue, which may be analogous to the rating agencies with corresponding business and economics impacts of the inappropriate assessment of data. Related risk management for boards and executives was below expectation and requirement. In the GFC, the governance controls, risk management, audit, and the accountability in boards and executives were seen to be less than needed for the products serviced. Given the occurrences already around AI, board and executive risk management may apply to AI. While similar to the GFC, but also different, the blended and derived product risk from AI is part of transformation risk management. Should the AI risk be realized, then this may bring a whole new dimension for boards and executive to manage, as well as regulatory responses. Businesses have already responded to data breaches, e.g. 10 million plus customer data loss, incurring regulatory fines, class action lawsuits, and customer loss with brand damage. Technology implementation failures, e.g. the robo-debt of the Australian government or the CHESS replacement by the ASX, remain part of business, typically with ICT governance and risk management shortcomings and often supported by weak audit outcomes. It is not just the size of the issue or the industry sectors, but rather the collective frequency with which errors occur, with accumulative outcomes on customers. While AI can play a role in mitigation and remediation, AI is also set to play a significant causal role. For those managing risk, the concern is the automated processes where the ongoing AI-driven operations lead to errors at scale and or at rates not previously seen with manual processing. The ability to recover from errors, remuneration and compensation, as well as to re-establish automated operations, brings new risks to business. In many ways, the change around AI has little difference to other technology and business changes. The extent of changes may be bigger, the societal impacts may be greater, and a different socioeconomic group, the knowledge workers, is certainly impacted more. The old faithful factors, strategy, governance, risk management, people, processes, operational changes, information management, tools, regulatory and compliance, as well as changes to products and services and customers and stakeholders, impacts are still influencing the rate, scale, and type of change, just as they have with other technology changes. For those managing risk, two areas which may differ with AI are: one, risks from blended and derived information products, analogous to the global financial crisis. Two, the scale of impacts. The concern is the automated processes where the ongoing AI-driven operations lead to errors at scales and or at rate not previously seen with manual processing. The ability to recover from errors, remuneration and compensation, as well as to re-establish automated operations, brings new risks to business. This session has provoked some thinking around business opportunities, investments, and opportunities for business transformation. Thank you for your time. Please share with others. Feel free to subscribe and add your comments.